Tonight's tea is hotter than a tell-all meltdown, and trust me, you're gonna want to sip every drop. First up, Natalie's Michigan trip to Gino ends in absolute disaster when his estranged wife Jasmine shows up. Sparks fly, and not the romantic kind. Now fans are asking, did Natalie finally walk away for good? Meanwhile, over in Moldova, Elizabeth, or Libby Potthast, is done. She's packing up the kids and heading back to America after finding out Andrei forgot to mention a $75,000 property flop. Yup, betrayal with a capital B. And you won't believe this one. Cortney spills every jaw-dropping detail about her steamy night with Colt Johnson. Let's just say, nothing was left to the imagination, and fans are still clutching their pearls. But wait for it. In a move no one saw coming, Angela Deem throws her support behind Gino's girlfriend Natalie after that wild physical showdown with Jasmine. Team Natalie is growing fast, and Angela's leading the charge. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a drop of reality TV gold. First up, Natalie's trip to Michigan was supposed to be all about love. Instead, it turned into an all-out war with Gino's past. And the bruises weren't just emotional. The 90-Day Fiancé star thought she was flying in to connect with Gino, not confront his estranged wife Jasmine at a family gathering. But when Jasmine crashed the party, all bets were off. And now fans are asking if Natalie finally called it quits. But then came the curveball. Jasmine would be at a family event. Wait, what? Natalie, visibly shocked, questioned why an estranged wife would still be part of such an intimate moment. The tension exploded at Michelle's party. Viewers watched Jasmine hurl brutal insults, stripper, whore, and even physically attack Natalie, while Gino stood back like a silent bystander. Natalie later vented her frustration. She couldn't believe she was being treated like a criminal in front of strangers, and she pinned the blame squarely on Gino. Her words echoed across the fandom. "One thing I'm not going to do is take disrespect." In her eyes, Gino failed to protect her and never dealt with the mess from his past before dragging her into it. By the end of the night, Natalie had made her position clear. She didn't want to be part of this chaos. Fans flooded social media urging her to walk away. And here's where things get even murkier. Gino and Natalie still follow each other on Instagram, but she's gone private and he doesn't tag her. With tell-all episodes looming, there's a chance we'll finally learn if Natalie stayed or bolted. Until then, fans are stuck reading between the lines, and many are hoping she slammed the door on both Gino and the drama that came with him. Reddit threads lit up within hours. One fan wrote, "If Natalie takes him back after this, she's lost me." Another quipped, "This isn't a love triangle, it's a demolition derby." The consensus? Viewers are firmly in Team Natalie, as long as she actually leaves. But the drama isn't just in Michigan. Nope, it's spilling over all the way to Moldova. Up next, Elizabeth Libby Potthast is packing her bags and her kids after a $75,000 bombshell from Andrei that could change everything. What was supposed to be a short family visit to Moldova has turned into a full-blown marital crisis after Libby discovered her husband Andrei hid a jaw-dropping $75,000 property loss from her. Now she's packing her bags and the kids and heading home. The trip to Andrei's homeland started with cautious optimism. Libby had never been fully sold on relocating permanently to Moldova, but she agreed to give it a trial run, even bringing the kids along to see if they could adjust. The culture shock was real, the language barrier daunting, but she was trying. Enter the curveball. Libby's dad, Chuck, flew in to see how his daughter was holding up, and when Chuck sat down with Andrei to talk about the couple's future, the bombshell dropped. Chuck wanted to know about the property investment they'd made. That's when Andrei admitted, casually some might say, that the $75,000 was gone. Andrei explained that it was our money, not just Libby's, and that he'd invested it as a silent partner in a property deal. Translation, he let his partners call the shots and they made decisions without him. Libby had been under the impression this property was a cornerstone for their family's future, something they could flip or profit from down the line. Instead, the money had vanished. The financial loss was bad enough, but the real dagger was the deception. According to Libby, Andrei didn't just make a bad investment, he covered it up. In her words, the bad investment is one thing, but on top of that, to cover his tracks and to lie, that's like another level of betrayal. Cut to clip of Libby, visibly upset, dragging her suitcase toward the door. She told cameras she couldn't live another second in Moldova after what she'd learned. Andrei, looking equal parts defensive and bewildered, asked how he was supposed to explain this to everyone back home. Libby shot back that he should start by admitting he hadn't even told his own wife the truth about their finances. Fan captions have been merciless. Silent partner, more like silent disaster. By the end of the day, Libby had her plane tickets in hand and was ready to leave, kids in tow. She wasn't just walking out of Moldova, she was walking out of the mess Andrei had created. Whether this is a cooling off period or the first step towards something bigger, well, that's the cliffhanger everyone's waiting on. The fandom is divided, but vocal. One Reddit user wrote, "This is what happens when you let pride make business decisions." Another added, "If she stays, she's signing up for the sequel, and it won't be a rom-com." The overall vibe, sympathy for Libby, side-eye for Andrei. And if you thought this was the spiciest storyline this week, think again. Up next, Cortney is spilling NSFW details about a steamy night with Colt Johnson. And let's just say, viewers are still recovering from the mental images. 90 Day Fiancé's Cortney has never been shy about a little flirtation, but this time, she went all in. Sitting across from Tiffany, she casually began to recount what went down after the camera stopped rolling. And let's just say the details weren't exactly PG-13. According to Cortney, she and Colt had been enjoying champagne after production wrapped. Things started out light, just conversation and playful banter, until Colt suddenly rolled over, like a snipper, she said, closing the space between them. The next moment, Colt was, well, performing an intimate act on her. Yes, Cortney actually described this on national television, complete with her own shock at his flexibility. Cortney admitted she had never imagined Colt in that role, or that he even could. But once it was happening, she wasn't exactly complaining. When Tiffany pressed for details, asking if he was good, Cortney didn't hesitate. Great! Colt, for his part, later admitted he was equally surprised it happened at all. But the most surprising twist? Fans actually found Cortney's storytelling hilarious, even endearing. Her giggles, her blunt delivery, and the bizarre snipper analogy became instant memes. Social media lit up. "I almost spit out my drink," wrote one viewer. Another joked, "This should have been on pay-per-view." The replay value skyrocketed as fans clipped and shared the segment, tagging friends with captions like, "You have to see this, trust me." But the scene wasn't without its detractors. A handful of fans called it TMI overload, with one comment reading, "I watch for drama, not for that." Still, the overwhelming majority seemed entertained, with some even calling for Cortney to get her own spin-off. Cortney's moment has solidified her place as one of the most unapologetically candid personalities in the 90-day universe. And while Colt's reaction has been more reserved, you can bet this won't be the last time the two are brought up in the same sentence. Whether this was a one-night fling or the start of more eyebrow-raising stories, Cortney's not exactly closing the book. Fan sentiment? Pure chaos in the best way. One Redditor summed it up. "We came for the drama, stayed for the laughter, and left with way too much mental imagery." Another added, Cortney just boosted the ratings without even trying. And just when you think the night's craziest showdown was behind us, Angela Deem is picking sides in the Natalie versus Jasmine war. And let's just say her choice is turning heads for all the right reasons. It all started when a clip hit the 90-Day Fiancé feed showing Jasmine Pineda verbally and physically attacking Natalie. We're talking shoves, name-calling, stripper, whore, and a full-on takedown in front of Gino. The kicker, Gino just stood there, watching from the sidelines, offering little more than a limp, "Don't listen to her." Fans were already boiling over at Gino's lack of action, but Angela Deem's response took it to another level. As the comments poured in, Angela dropped her own bomb. #Team Natalie. No vague statements, no tiptoeing, just a straight-up declaration of where she stood. Why would Angela side so strongly with Natalie? Some viewers think it traces back to Jasmine's infamous selfie with Angela's husband, Michael Ilasami, a move Angela never forgot. Others believe Angela simply can't stand watching a fellow cast member get attacked while her partner stays mute. Whatever the reason, Angela made sure the world knew she wouldn't be backing Jasmine. And she wasn't alone. Lisa Hamay quickly chimed in to back Angela's stance, while other franchise favorites, Kim and Jamal Menzies, Veronica Rodriguez, and more, voiced their confusion and frustration over Jasmine's behavior. The general sentiment, Gino's silence was almost as bad as Jasmine's actions. This latest move has only deepened the fan divide. Some are applauding Angela for taking a stand against what they see as blatant disrespect and aggression. Others, however, are side-eyeing her motives, wondering if it's less about defending Natalie and more about settling her own grudge with Jasmine. Regardless, Angela's post sparked a comment war of epic proportions. "Finally, Angela's on the right side of something," one user wrote. Another quipped, "Angela picking sides is like adding hot sauce to an already spicy mess." The fallout also reignited the larger conversation about Gino and Natalie's relationship. With so much chaos surrounding them, ex-wives at family events, public fights, and now franchise heavyweights weighing in, some fans are questioning whether this couple can survive the reality TV pressure cooker. If there's one thing the fandom agrees on, it's that this feud isn't cooling off anytime soon. Theories are swirling. Will Angela and Natalie team up in the tell-all to take on Jasmine? Will Gino finally step up? Or will Jasmine clap back with a bombshell of her own? If you love diving into the drama with us, smash that like button, hit subscribe, tap the bell so you never miss a sip, and drop your hot takes in the comments below. Follow us on socials for even more behind-the-scenes gossip. And don't miss tomorrow's upload. We're digging into the rumored couple swap that could shake the 90-day universe to its core.